Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life Season 3, Episode 59 with me, Cid, and yeah, I'm just in my AFK cage. I've been getting a lot of stuff ready, and I'm in the flight suit because I needed to go to the nether, pick up a few bits and pieces, which I've since realised I don't need, so that's a thing. I've also been AFKing, so the food situation can fix it, because whilst the automatic lasagna is a thing, it's not the fastest thing. So yeah, let's just we'll spin around because we're wearing our red suit. We're probably going to be wearing this today anyway, because today we are going to be working underwater, and working underwater, ironically, is actually a damn sight easier when you can fly, or at least in my experience. So I swapped these out for double draws. That means that if they drop a Cids, they can go in there, but when they drop their fruits, it doesn't matter. And obviously you can see here we're building up quite a stock of stuff, so I'm going to take a stack of those. I'm going to try to anyway. Have I got something in my inventory? I don't know. Why did you not want to let me put them there? So we got lasagnas. We're good for lasagna for a while. This is virtually full of tomatoes now. Eventually this will fill up with lasagna, and in fact we can have a look. How are we doing over here? Let me just borrow a little bit, in fact most of that, and when we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that can just keep making lasagna until this thing, so then it'll start filling up. It's got plenty of cheese, yeah, and then at some point in the future that will be full. Anyway, that works. And I mean, to be honest, I don't think we're going to need many stacks of this stuff. So we're not working over here today. We are going to go and work over at, oops, let me just volcano. Let me turn those off because I don't really want that on. We're going to go and work over at the Atlantis area. The Atlantis. I keep on forgetting I put that elevator in at the other side. And I'm going to just drop off these. Let me put this lasagna in there for now. And that's good. So I've got a couple of boxes of stuff. I've got this is my original Atlantis boxes with the concrete, and these are iron. I've done iron plates because iron plates we can turn into rusty iron plates easier, actually, in an area where we've got lots of water around us, like say the ocean. We've got a bit of marble. We're probably not going to be using that today. We've got the makings of a water elevator, and over here we've got the makings of a whole load of other bits and pieces as well. So I've got a double onyx chest of goods, and we are going to head over there right now. Now I did that originally with clear glass, didn't I? So maybe I should do this with clear glass, but that'll work anyway. So we're going to come over to this bit, and what I want to do is, in the first instance, I want to put an elevator here and well, here and here, or here and here, doesn't really matter, and I'm going to take us up, and then we are going to head out. But first things first, what we need to do is work out how I'm going to actually do that. Probably need to drop our chests down as well, and then we can get this kind of started. Maybe we should do it here, actually, either sides, because we're not going out that way or that way. Or does it? No, we'll do across. We'll keep to the standard, if you like. And we're going to take you and you, and we'll take that out of there, that out of there. Magma and hoofer. Now one of these has got some, I've got a crafting bench, so that's all good. Pop that away. away, grab some ordinary glass. And we'll get that one in, and then we're going to... How did I do that over there? I can't remember. Did I put the... I must have the middle bit go, something middle. Because we've got that, What's going on? Oh no, just on the 4 sides, okay. That's fine. So, we're going to go there, 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 and there. Now, I did think about putting a changer block in, but redstone really isn't my thing, as you probably all will accept. Oh, that's a pain. I did not want you to connect there, but we will sort it. We will sort you out. I need more anyway. There. That should be right. And then there. We may need to just oh, hello. No. And there. So I should be able to go and pop that in there and take out that block. And obviously that's not going to work at this point because it's not water source blocks. I think I probably want to take that up a level as well. So if I go and take you out of there and then pop you there, then that should correct itself. Lovely. We'll do the same on this side because we're going to have the same problem. Blob like so. And then we can, what am I doing? Here. There. There. And there. Then again we can pop that out. Where did my glass? Give me that glass back. Right, so armed with that, the only thing we need then is the kelp that I brought over for this reason. Oh, and of course we can't do that like that, can we? No. Silly. Don't use gravel, that could break. So we'll... Oh man. Oh. Will you not? Oh, you don't grow a kelp block either, but doesn't matter. That should all now be water sourcey blocks. And we'll do the same on the other side, and then I can see about extending the tunnel up somewhat. Did I just... Oh, I thought I just saw it around. Okay, well, let's get this one done for starters. So that should be bubbly column up, and then do the same here. Be back in a second. Alright, that's in and working, and now I need my crafting bench, which is around here. We're going to take those and just give that... I'm going to give a stack of these a little bit of a patina, because I don't want them to look all nice and clean. I mean, there's very little... The texture difference between that and the normal is so subtle as to be virtually indistinguishable. But armed with that, what I want to do is head back up. First things first. Oh, there's a friend. He's not spotted me yet though, so we're going to put a ring of blocks in here once I finish flooding the place. Oops, too much. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quite a lot of drowned down here, isn't there? Take this. Take that one. And that one. This obviously remains. Thought I heard phantoms then. Whee! Certainly not slept for a few nights, so that's always a possibility. Right, let's try and get back down in there. Right, so we're going to put a tunnel and we're going to take the tunnel up so many blocks above the seabed. Now, I haven't decided exactly how far I want to take it up yet, but whatever we do, we are going to use quite a bit of you and some of you. And oh man, so we'll probably do it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deal with Chucklehead here. I haven't got my trident on me. I've actually got a box labelled sea box now, or underwater box, which is there's quite a few of these guys spawning in, isn't they? Then if we come to like that, and then on 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. And for some reason that one didn't take. And then we'll cap this off here briefly. Sneaking feeling that there's something sneaking up on me. And then the rest of this we'll do in glass. Now I think that if I'm standing, if the floor is one above this, I think that might be too high. If anything, we'll find out, because I might actually break the surface of the water, but that's not a problem. Anyway, let me get this done, and then we're going to put another structure like this on the top of that. So I'll be back in a moment. I've got a bit of a problem. I'm being swarmed by drowned. Every time I kill one, I get about half a dozen more. Well, that's my conduit power just given out. Get me myself back. Yeah, I need daylight to come, I think. This is why flight is so useful underwater, because it's actually more efficient than swimming. Oh, another bloody trident guy. And I still haven't got the second trident. Oh, where's another? There's another one over there, look. Got quite a few conch cells though, ow. But yeah. Daylight can't come too soon. These guys are just summoning help, pack from a pack spawn all together too efficiently. I better deal with this fella. And are we? Nope, there's still more. Anyway, I'll be back in a second. Alright, first bit done, which is the extension upwards to here. The only thing we need to do over here is just apply a little bone meal around the top and then thin some of this out because it does get a little bit carried away, to be fair. Yeah, that works. Possibly a little bit too much, but from here, the next thing is I need to bring a tunnel out, maybe 2 sections long, this direction. So that's fairly straightforward. We're going to repeat what we've done with these. They're just going to be close to the surface with longer posts and everything. So I am going to relocate our... I'm going to get rid of that for now as well. And that and that and that and that. I did get a trident. With the amount of mobs attacking me, I suppose it's somewhat unsurprising. But we're going to relocate these up because we're now finished off working down here for the time being. And yeah, better to have everything up here, I suspect. So, tunnels. And back in a mo. Alright, stage 2's in. We've got the connecting corridor. So what am I building here? Well, over here I need something that's got a bit of a gap underneath it. And obviously, you know, I've been aiming for a kind of a Subnautica theme. And I mean, this is definitely not Subnautica. Subnautica is much brighter, much more coloured. You know, oh, hang on, I've got another trident, by the way. So this could be trident number 3. No, when you say it could be trident number 3, you know it's never going to be trident number 3. So over here we are going to start building a moon pool. One thing that's got to be said for working over here is it never gets dull. So I'm going to start off, I think, by just working out the dimensions of the interior floor, and we'll do that primarily with some of this white concrete block. I'll take another stack of white concrete. I have brought concrete aplenty and colours to make coloured concrete, because I'm going to make this bit a little bit more coloured, try and make it a bit more Subnautica themed. But if the wall's here, we'll bring ourselves in like... Oh, hello. Bye-bye. We should probably try and sleep. It becomes a lot easier. Oh, it becomes a lot easier to sleep when there isn't a drown on the outside, because it would class that as being there. But once if we sleep, then we get less drown spawning, and that's obviously beneficial to us. So I'll just deal with these chuckleheads. We'll get the interior dimensions worked out, and I'll be back in a second. We're going to need a fair amount of white concrete. I've gone through loads. This is a much bigger structure in terms of its size than pretty much anything we put down here so far. So, and that's the central moon pool area, which is possibly a little large, I don't know. But rather than waste all of the concrete that I've got, I suppose it's not, we've got plenty, so let me make up another batch of white, and yeah, we'll say we can always go back if we need more. I'm just trying to save time somewhat, and I need that. Where are you? You've just taken the rest of my white concrete, haven't you? You cheeky little get. It's in there somewhere. Hang on. It's gone into there. That's where it's gone into. Right. Now we can make white concrete flooring, and the rest of that and that can go away. We are probably going to have to put the emergency conduit in, because right at the far side of this we run out of conduit power, but I suppose, you know, it was going to happen eventually. I can't remember whether when I go out from there or what, but I'm just going to get the floor. The interior floor dimensions sets the size of and scale of the thing. So we are going to take this down. It's going to have a drop of about 3 blocks down from this level. And it's going to be about 5 or 6 blocks high. So it may break the surface, I don't know. Not a problem if it does. I'd prefer if it didn't, but you know, you can't have everything. Yeah, let me get this done. I'm going to try and get some framing done around the side to work out its exact dimensions and what I need, because I think I possibly over or underestimated some of the things I'm going to need and overestimated some of the other things I'm going to need. So I'll get that done and I shall be back with you in a moment. Alright, I've got some structure in. It's fairly bland at the moment. This is Vanilla Builders expansion. I added it recently because I wanted to be able to make stairs and things out of more blocks. So this is just concrete dust, yellow concrete dust in a stair form. You can do quite a lot of things, glass, you know, all the things that we've always wanted to be able to turn into stairs. So now we need to drain this, and I have quite deliberately blocked this off at this level. So this is the moon pool. It'll have a gap down 3 deep, and then there'll be water on the bottom block. But what we're going to need to do is do the very slow draining process. I know sponges would work. I've said before, I don't like the control on sponges. This really doesn't take much more effort, and you know, I know you can go to the nether, you can, you know, do the drying of the sponges that way, all that kind of thing, but yeah, this works as well. So the next job is drain this space. We can then start looking at doing the rest of the stuff outside, which obviously you can't see. But once this is drained, it'll be a lot easier to start to get a feel for the size of this and the work that remains. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that. I'll be back in a little while. Alright, I've drained it. Took a while. It probably would have been quicker with hoofer blocks. What's my jigs? Huge bit of blobs, you know, thingies. A couple of problems, apart from the lighting in the ceiling, which we'll fix, but the entire ceiling is leaking because, of course, these are solid blocks, and solid blocks in Minecraft above water leak. So that's a pain. However, I've got some plans of things to do up there anyway. We need to bring this section down to make and fill that in. This will be the lower edge. We'll probably have some lighting down here as well. Some sturdy legs probably coming off of this corner here, there, and then none of these small legs. What else? I want to change this out for actual hardened concrete stairs rather than powder because of this stupid particle effect. And yeah, we're kind of getting some of the stuff we want now. I have brought some of these, which I am going to place on the inside edge, like down here, so they'll be lit from below and from above, and you'll have this kind of, you know, an interesting light rather than torches or whatever. We have got plenty of these. We've got those. We got plenty of lighting options. That's not a problem. We also do need to, at both ends, I need to take that. And you're going to need some concrete. Should have some white concrete somewhere. I didn't use it all. And we are going to take that down. We're going to come down like that. We'll come in here and here. I'll just pop that there and there just for simplicity's sake. I need a little bit more of this stuff, which is not a problem because we're going to change out that ceiling. So we're going to do this at both ends. Oops, not like that, we won't. Like that. And I want to go in here and place ladders, so you know we're swimming, we're actually not able to fly, and we just climb on out. And that will be at both ends. There's going to be the control. Some of the controls are going to be up here. We'll have the boarding bridge here. We're going to have like an elevator, and we're going to have a sea moth floating in the middle of that lot. Although probably not this episode, because this is taking a lot longer than I originally thought it was going to. Well, I mean, I didn't really have an objective view of how long I thought this was going to take, but not this long. Yeah, let me get some more white concrete in, because what we need to do is deal with chuckles here. It is daytime, isn't it? So we shouldn't be getting swarmed. There's one over there. So I think what we're going to do is we'll bring these down two. Like so, and then I'm going to do these in actually something else. I'm not going to do them in white. Yeah, I think something other than white. Just deal with Chuckles again. Sent his friend over. And we've got that to deal with. Now the other thing is this roof and how to deal with that. I've got an idea. Let's give it a try. Some of that. Let's go some of that. Take it down again. Take it down one more. I am going to be putting some structures on the roof, so it's not that we have to do all of this, but in the first instance, let's just see whether this works, shall we? So if I put these all over the roof, oops, not there, or at least just on this section up here, just to get a feel for it, because like I say, I have got some plans to do some structural things on the roof itself anyway. But this will give us an idea. If I just do this section, it does change. The entire emphasis of building changes when you've got to keep your eyes open for mobs swimming at you from all directions. That should do us for a sample test. It made no difference whatsoever. Right, so if that doesn't work, what's my next option? Now, apart from having to take all of this off. I don't think Buildcraft allows me to recombine these, does it? It doesn't. Used to in 1.17. Hey, hello. Right, let me. I think the next thing is slabs, and I have, fortunately. Oh, that's why I'm getting put into fly mode, because bloody Squiddy keeps on coming and sitting on my head. Alright. Yeah, because of the oh damn you. Let me get that back in. Because of the pack that we're running with the vanilla extra building options, we have got slabs in this and in other colours, so I'm going to just experiment a little bit and I'll be back in a second. All right, one thing before I go on over there, I'm back at the base. I just want to throw together a quick machine. I'm not sure the best way of doing this. However, we are going to want a chest. A gold one will do. Yeah. And we'll find a place to put this properly once we've got it built. But what I would like to do, let's stick a hopper there. I've got a little bit of this going on, so we'll stick you there, you there. Now I need a block placer to place the block concrete, and then I need a block breaker, and I'm not entirely sure which is the better breaker. And then finally we need, and I'm going to try this with a waterlogged basalt stair, but not facing into it. That's right. And then we'll just surround you on all sides. Doesn't really matter for this. For the purposes of this, I need a bucket. Now I've got two block breakers. I've got also the one from an engineer's decor in my inventory, because I figured this would be interesting. But if I place that didn't work. I've got a sneaking suspicion it's because that maybe we just do this then, and then place a block there. No? Give me that back. Give me that back. That is not working. All I want to do is break concrete. Let me just check this block breaker. Can you actually break? Yes, you can. So that's key. So why is that not playing ball? How about if we do... Let's just take that out. Take that out. If I were to go like this and like this, like that, then the water would flow away, won't it? Yes, it will. And then I can place and that should be white concrete. Now I don't know where. Too fast. Too... That's too fast. That breaker is too efficient, which I didn't expect to be saying, but there you go. So let's try this one, because I know this takes a little bit longer. So we need to take that out. We need to increase the range of that. Lag spike of some description. God only knows what. Am I crashing? I don't know. Back in a second. Alright, I've done the white concrete like that. I've tried encasing it, and I've encased it further and further. It is still spitting concrete out left, right and centre, so that definitely needs some finagling. However, that does not mean that we have a lemon. There are other ways to skin a cat, and I never understood why people are so obsessed with skinning cats. I mean, you know, there are many animals you could skin. You don't have to skin a cat all the time. So, for example, we could grab all of our concrete dust. Oh, that's a good point. My food ran out, so I'd better make sure. Oh, the final burgers. Let's get our lasagna on the board. Right. So we're off. We got lasagna. So the other alternative, and the simpler alternative, it would be to come down here and make a cube of an 8x8, 4x4 cube. And then just vein miner it. If you got vein miner. If you haven't got vein miner, then, you know, obviously that isn't an option, but still I've got a hammer, so I could make a cube and then use the hammer on it. That would work as well. All of these are viable options. And probably quicker than coming up with a overly complicated or even a simple machine that wasn't overly complicated by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, so let me just grab, I just want to grab a bit more of the concrete. I've got some blacks to do, got plenty of white, and we're going to try and then slab them and build up the roof a little bit. And I will probably also try and get some work done around underneath here as well, because, you know, all needs doing. So yeah, that's a thing, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, the last trip home I need a few bits and pieces. I need some steel straights, these, but I'm going to need more than that. Now the recipe for those are those are those. Let me grab some of those, then we'll do some of those. That will make me a bunch of those. That's more than enough. I also want to make another 4 of these red lamps. Red lamp, but I don't want the inverted, I want that, so I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. That will make me 5 of those, that's correct. And then I want to make another bunch of these, which means I need 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and those get converted into those. Right, got that. What else do I need? I'm trying to think this. Yeah, I need a bit more bone meal, because I use my bone meal to make white dye. So we'll take a bunch of those. And I need some ballast material just to fill in the holes. I could leave the wet bits, if you like, of the oh damn it, hang on, we'll do that later. I could leave the bits that are underneath the walkway but are not going to be visible wet, but the problem is, of course, is that then things could spawn in them and we end up with mobs spawning in the wrong place. But this place is dry, it is dripping. I realised, because I started putting these on the roof, but there were waterlogged, so the waterlogged meant there were water in them, meant they were dripping. So yeah, that did not work. However, what I would like to do is I want to take out that. Oh, hello. Let me just go and finish off those first. So underneath I've put these steel pillars, because I figured that this would want something a little bit more robust, and these waterlog, so that's fine. That seems to be the criteria now for building on, is how well do these things waterlog. But if we can just get these done, then we can combine that, and that will go over there, and we can grab that, because I don't want to waste it. We're going to pop you one of these in here on each of the 4 corners, and we'll come back to them in a moment. But we're going to use a little bit of the levers and gauges mod to get a little bit of flashing action going. But first things first, on the top of it, we've got a very simple thing going on right now. But I want to place that on it, and I want to place one of these on it, which is a timer. And let's have a look. What are you set to? On off for 3 seconds. Doesn't really matter. Okay, and off. Let's do it off for 2 and on for 2. So it's just a fairly thing, and then we'll so we're going to do that, and we're going to do something similar down at the bottom with these, but in this instance we are going to try it on this block, and that's fine. That's what on for 1, off for 1. We'll go with that. I'm not really too worried about those being on and off all the time. But that's just a nice little way of hiding this away. And then underneath here, because I don't want to leave this full of water where things can spawn, and I realise I could just get away with putting in 1 layer, but I am a little bit of a stickler for I can't get in for wanting to do the I do like filling up my holes. That sounded wrong. But yeah, I'm going to just fill this in. We're going to put a white clay on the bottom, and we'll have put a bone meal the roof a little bit to get a little bit of growth up there. And then I'm going to call this at least structurally finished. It needs detailing. There's some more stuff to do, but I think that will probably do us for this episode. Let me get this done and I shall be right back. Alright, so in terms of progress for this episode, I know there's a few drown around. They're getting a bit like a plague, actually. We got this in. Oh, hello, Conchi. We've got this in the elevator block, and we've got now this in on the roof, which is the it's fairly low detail currently, but you know, we can throw a little bit around, and again I'll kind of spam it down, and then we'll break it off after. Man, just leave me alone. I just want to build things. That's not bone meal, that won't help. But yeah, we can spam a little bit of this around and get the feel we want, and then go back and just break the majority of it. Because obviously I don't want all of this grass on the roof of this, for example. But I am quite happy to let's put a little bit over there. Too orderly if you're not careful. It will lines up like, and there's no randomness to it. That doesn't look too bad on there, and then we'll just do this down a wee bit. Shame I can't get any onto the slabbed bits, but I have plans for other bits of detailing up here anyway, so not the end of the world. So armed with all of that, we've got a moon pool and I'm happy with the way that turned out. So next episode we're going to detail this. We're going to put some more details on the outside. We're going to get the a sea moth in on a crane in here. We'll get the boarding ramps on here, bits thing, just generally detailing, and we will see how that goes. But until next time, I did do 2 screenshots, didn't I? Yes. Till next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and bye for now.